here. I'm so excited. We're at one of the best destinations in all of San Diego and Southern California. We're at Bates-Ness Farm in Valley Center. And AJ, thank you for bringing me here and introducing me to a fourth generation Bates. So you're so familiar with this.
Yes, I am.
So Sherrie is, like you said, fourth generation Bates, which is crazy. It's so amazing that you're out here with us. We're here because this is one of my favorite spots, especially around this time of year. We always bring the boys and do the pumpkin patch, the corn maze, the hay rides, everything. So I figured this would be the perfect spot to feature.
Thanks for coming.
I'm sure this is the busiest time for you, right? Everybody picking out their pumpkin patch.
This is the busiest time of the year, and actually the most fun time of the year to see all the families kind of make the journey out to the farm.
So I've never been here. So what would you say, give some advice to a newbie here?
Well, I mean, there's a lot to experience. So it's a great place to take photos, number one. You know, everyone always has to get those yearly photos.
Right?
I mean, I see the family pictures. Some people come dressed, and the photos are great. We have tons of different kinds of pumpkins. We grow the Atlantic Giants. And then we have everything from little pumpkins, and we have a lot of different varieties that you can pick from, plus squash and gourds and all kinds of things. And so that's fun here. And then we have the hay ride and the straw maze. There's over 2,000 bales in there, and the kids love going in there, and you can kind of see over, but there's different stations. You have to find the 8 stations in the maze. So there's that, and then on weekends, it just turns into a huge festival, and I think you were saying you've been out here before.
It's quiet here today, but normally it's like Kaboo at a pumpkin patch.
Pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
I love it. But there's a lot of history here, right?
Yes,
so you've been around since 1900?
Since 1921,
wow.
My great-grandfather came here and planted walnut trees, and where we're standing, I can remember as a little girl, this whole valley here was all walnut trees. And so they had a processing plant, and then they sold wholesale to bakeries and to clubs and organizations from LA down. And they would go into schools, like to the school secretaries, and take their orders. Because back then there was no Costco's, Trader Joe's, grocery
Amazon.
store, kind of cooking, all the above. And so we would end up supplying them with a lot of the walnuts. And my grandfather had an inner city school call up and say, we'd love to bring our kids out and see the farm. And so, they never had that experience, a lot of inner city kids. And he says, I might even be able to give you some pumpkins. So he brought them out, and they gave them pumpkins. And then all of a sudden the next year, more teachers called and they started going, I think we can,
We're onto something here.
Yeah, we're onto something here. People love coming out to the farm.
And there's
they
so
continue
much
today.
to see.
Yeah.
So I know you two are going to start some exploring, because there's a lot to see, and it's more than just pumpkins, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to show us around?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Let's do it.
Perfect.
Let's do it.
All right, Sherrie, so we're here on the hay ride. We're going around the property. You said you've got 100 acres and you're using about 60 of them for the actual attraction here. So tell me about the layout, what you guys are doing around here. I know this weekend's a little bit different when you bring out the vendors and the music, but we're going through the pumpkin patch here now. Talk to me about how many pumpkins you guys go through and what you guys are growing versus bringing in.
Oh gosh, we grow about probably about 10 acres of pumpkins, and we grow, well, probably even more than that with all the others, but of just the Atlantic Giants, we grow about 8 acres, and then we probably do another 4 of some other varieties of pumpkins.
Okay.
As far as what we grow and what we bring in, I would almost say it's maybe 50-50. Maybe it's a little more what we grow, but to keep up with the demand of what people want, and they usually like the regular size, and it's less money to bring in the smaller ones, so it works out really well. Plus, it's such an experience to grab the wheelbarrow and to go out and get that big pumpkin.
Other than the pumpkins, talk to me about the attractions. I know we're gonna swoop around and see the petting zoo and some other things. What are your favorite spots here on the property?
Probably my favorite, one of the highlights by far is the pony rides. People that love for their kids to have an opportunity to ride on a pony.
Sure.
It's every girl's dream, right? So we have many people that come out just for the pony rides. And the animals, how often do your kids get to touch an animal? Last weekend we had Farm Education Day, and I bought some baby chicks and the kids got to hold them. And so that in itself, being able to be with the animals is huge.
Sure.
And so I see that. And then we have, on the weekends, we'll have rock climb and we'll have all the festival type things, bounce, slide. There's lots of kids in paint where the kids can paint their own ceramics.
Face painting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody's got to have their face painted.
Sure.
And so it's just one, it really is one big festival experience. And then there's music and food, and we bring in food trucks and all kinds of like kettle corn, all things you would expect us to have. And every day, every Saturday and Sunday, we have different bands come in, usually from 12 to 3, and then the middle 2 weekends, 12 to 4.
Okay.
And on weekends, there is a $5 parking. But then that, pretty much after that, it's what you choose to spend while you're here. The average hayride is like what we're on right now costs $250, and same with the straw maze. So things I feel like are pretty reasonable for the most part,
Sure.
and you can get a package, and it works.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, in comparison, we go to places like Dave & Buster's for the kids, and one game is $3 or $4. I mean, this is way more enjoyment to me than playing a video game, doing something like that. So I think it's well worth the money to come out and have a great day with the family.
Oh
But
yeah.
So we just passed the pony rides,
rides.
and we're going to the petting corral, which I know our kids love. It's got to be
Yep.
one of the most popular spots here.
Oh, absolutely. Wait till you see all these.
Oh, man. This, I'm sure, is packed during the weekends. What does it cost to bring your kids in here and do this?
$3, and then the pony rides are like $8, or you can do a combo pack for $10.
It's a discount. I like a deal.
Yeah, and you can also, like, we sell packages, like our normal pumpkin package is, you get a regular jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, you get 2 tickets with that for $11.
Okay.
So you can choose to use those 2 tickets towards a pony ride, or you can use it for the hay ride or for the straw maze. It used to be we just did that, but now everything going on, people can they can buy so many tickets and use it for everything.
Awesome.
So it works really well.
Great. I realize they could be that wide.
They can.
So as if these animals aren't cute enough and the kids aren't excited enough, you guys supposed to do free fudge tasting up at the store?
We do.
Can we go do some of that?
Absolutely. Let's
Awesome.
go.
Let's go. So the fudge is phenomenal. I don't know how you guys stay skinny with all this candy around here. So you showed us all the seasonal stuff, the pumpkin patch and everything you're doing right now in October, but you're also open year round. So what does that look like here the other months of the year?
Yeah, basically people come out the rest of the year where our stores are open, they can picnic here, and then we have tons of events, and you'll see that we have dog shows, craft fairs. We have a craft fair this weekend as well.
Car shows?
And car shows, and we do weddings, and many, many events. We're having a mud run here in a month.
Okay.
So definitely check out our website
Okay.
because it shows what's going on.
And you guys are right here in the middle of Valley Center.
Yeah, we're just out of Escondido, 12 miles from 15. So it's a nice little drive out from there.
For sure. Well, if you guys have kids, it's definitely a place to come, October especially, or year-round. Thank you so much for having us out. We really appreciate it.
We'd love to have you. Do we get to eat our fudge now?
Cheers.
Cheers.